Hi everyone, welcome to the course EDUC 202. My name is Genevieve L. Galagar, your reporter for today, and for today's video, I am going to discuss all about individual variations or differences in second language acquisition. In the previous lessons, we learned that SLA or second language acquisition is the process by which a person learns a foreign language or other languages after a first language is already established. Therefore, the level of acquiring second language depends on many factors controlled by nature or shaped by nurture, and my discussion will give focus on discussing and inferring the learner's individual differences or variations that influence in learning and acquiring second language. Each individual is unique in the way they learn and acquire knowledge. In second language acquisition, individual differences are a prominent feature because there are variations in how language is learned and acquired, which are directly or indirectly attributable to various learners' characteristics in terms of attitudes, behaviors, and values. Thus, these individual differences, according to Dorney in 2005, are enduring personal characteristics that are assumed to apply to everybody and on which people differ by degree. Now, what do you mean by individual variations in second language acquisition?
Individual variations in second language acquisition is the study of why some people learn a second language better than the others. Unlike children who acquire a language, adults learning a second language rarely reach the same level of competence as native speakers of that languages. It also appears that children are more likely than adults to reach native-like competence in a second language.
That is why Ehrman, Lever, and Oxford in 2003 classified the 7 learning areas as factors of learners' individual differences that affect in acquiring second language. And these are the following. We have age, gender, aptitude, motivation, learning styles, learning strategies, and personality. Let us first discuss the first factor, which is age of acquisition. The learner's age is a variation in learning second language. It is the age at which second language begins. It is the relationship between the learner's age and his or her potential for success in second language learning needs, to take into account the learner's cognitive development, motivation, and goal for learning.
Many studies have been conducted to study
the ability to learn quickly and is thought to predict success in learning. A learner with high aptitude may learn greater ease.
Many language aptitude tests like TOEFL and IELTS have been used for a long period to test the aptitude of a second language learner of English. Carroll and Sapon in 1963 created the Modern Language Aptitude Test, or MLAT, which was designed to predict success of foreign language learning and provides us with the following 4 types of abilities that constitute aptitude. We have phonemic coding ability, which discriminates and encodes foreign sounds; grammatical sensitivity, which recognizes functions of words in sentences; inductive learning ability, which infers or induces rules from samples; and memory and learning, which makes and recalls associations between words and phrases in first language and second language. Skihan in 1989 further concludes that language learning aptitude is not completely distinct from general cognitive abilities as represented by intelligence tests, but it is far from the same thing. Moreover, aptitude can only predict success in second language acquisition. It cannot be explained the reasons behind it.
The fourth factor in acquiring SLA is motivation. Motivation to learn a language is considered one of the most plausible reasons of success at second language acquisition. According to Gardner in 1985, motivation equals effort plus desire to achieve goals plus aptitudes. That means getting started and setting goals, carrying out the necessary tasks, and maintain motivation, appraisal of, and reaction of learners' performance.
There are 2 types of motivation that existed according to Gardner and Lambert in 1972. The first is integrative and the second one is instrumental. Integrative refers to the learner's willingness and interest promoting second language acquisition through social interactions with members of the second language group. This kind of motivation is found in individuals who are interested in the second language in order to integrate with and become part of a target community or culture. Here, the learner wants to resemble and behave like the target community. On the other hand, instrumental motivation refers to the learner's primary concern for linguistic growth, apart from social goals in second language acquisition. It is found in individuals who want to learn a second language with the objective of getting benefits from the second language skill. Objectives such as business advancement, increase in professional status, educational goals that motivate an individual to learn a second language in this case.
The fifth factor in acquiring second language acquisition is learning styles. Learning styles consists of visual, auditory, tactile, and kinesthetic. Language learning styles characterize the consistent and rather enduring traits, tendencies, or preferences that may differentiate you from another person.
Language learning styles refer to cognitive variations in learning a second language. It is about an individual's preferred way of processing, that is, of perceiving, conceptualizing, organizing, and recalling information related to language learning. Knowles in 1972 identified the 4 cognitive styles in language learning. We have cognitive learning style, analytical learning style, communicative learning style, and authority-oriented learning style. Let's start with concrete learning style. Learners with a concrete learning style use active and direct means of taking in and processing information. They are interested in information that has immediate value. They are curious, spontaneous, and willing to take risks. They like variety and constant change of pace. They dislike routine learning and written work and prefer verbal or visual experiences. They like to be entertained and like to be physically involved in learning. Learners with analytical learning style are independent, like to solve problems, and enjoy tracking down ideas and developing principles on their own. Such learners prefer a logical, systematic presentation of new learning material with opportunities for learners to follow up on their own. Analytical learners are serious, push themselves hard, and are vulnerable to failure. On the other hand, learners with a communicative learning style prefer a social approach to learning. They need personal feedback and interaction, and learn well from discussion and group activities. They thrive in a democratically run class. Lastly, learners with an authority-oriented style are said to be responsible and dependable. They like and need structure and sequential progression. They relate well to a traditional classroom in which the teacher is an authority figure. They like to have clear instructions and know exactly what they are doing.
Let us now proceed to learning strategies. Many studies in second language acquisition have ventured out to identify which strategies are used by relatively good language learners, with the expectation such as strategies can be taught or otherwise applied to enhance learning. The learning strategies are the strategies a learner selects for language acquisition. These are specific methods of approaching a problem or task, modes of operation for achieving a particular end, or plan designed for controlling and manipulating certain information.
According to O'Malley and Shamoth in 1990, they have identified the following learning strategies in acquiring second language, and these are cognitive, metacognitive, social, and affective strategies. Cognitive strategies operate directly on incoming information, manipulating it in ways that enhance learning. Some of these strategies are repetition, that is imitating other people's speech overtly or silently, resourcing, making use of language materials such as dictionaries, directed physical response, responding physically as with directives, translation, using the first language as a basis for understanding and or producing second language, grouping, organizing learning on the basis of common attributes, note-taking, that is writing down the gist of the texts, deduction, conscious application of rules to processing the second language, recombination, that is putting together smaller meaningful elements into new wholes, imagery, that is visualizing information for memory storage, contextualization, placing a word or phrase in a meaningful language sequence, elaboration, relating new information to other concepts in memory, keyword transfer, inferencing, and questioning for clarification. The next is metacognitive strategies. Metacognitive strategies are skills used for planning, monitoring, and evaluating the learning activity. They are strategies about learning rather than learning strategies themselves. The following are some of the metacognitive strategies. We have advanced organizers, that is used to plan the learning activity in advance, directed attention, that is deciding to concentrate on general aspects of a learning task, selective attention, that is deciding to pay attention to specific parts of the language input or the situation that will help learning, self-management, that is trying to arrange the appropriate conditions for learning, advanced preparation, planning the linguistic components for a forthcoming language task, self-monitoring, checking one's performance as one speaks, delayed production, that is postponing speaking so that one may learn by listening, self-evaluation, and self-reinforcement. The last is social and effective strategies. These strategies involve interacting with another person to assist learning or using control to assist a learning task. The strategies are the following. We have questioning for clarification, cooperation, self-talk,
It's also important to help students stop worrying about making mistakes and practice speaking English with their classmates. The last characteristic is anxiety. Anxiety refers to a negative factor which exposes self-doubt, uneasiness, panic, frustration, or fear. Students who have high level of anxiety will have low level of achievement, especially introvert learners. They are afraid to communicate and ask what they do not understand in the lesson, and they become slow learners, which affect their second language acquisition. Therefore, teachers need to teach their students awareness of anxiety so that students will learn how anxiety can affect their academic performance. Treat students fairly whether they are good or learning second language or not.
Indeed, the individual variations in second language acquisition just show the complexity of the human mind in its abilities to learn something new. And we can conclude that it's not just enough to just know that all students are different from each other. The teacher should also be skilled and willing enough to help the students use these differences to their advantage in the process of second language acquisition. Thus, it is my hope that the study of individual differences and their pedagogical implications will further lead to the kind of teaching practices that increase the success ratio at second language acquisition. That ends my report, and thank you so much for listening.